What is up, my lovelies? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Rocky, and today we are here with a Rockyereno for the Barbie Legacy Challenge. So I thought it was kind of cute to play on words. So it's a renovation, Rocky renovation. You get it? Try it. I thought it was cool. Anyways, so in episode 2, Barbie found her key. He asked us to move in with him, and he actually has this really nice Spanish-styled mansion in Ciudad Enamorada. So I like the layout of the build, so I try not to change too much of it, but I had to Barbiefy it, of course, and I was like immediately overwhelmed because it's super big. In this Rockyereno, you will see me do the exterior, including like the back foyer in the front yard. I do their main bedroom, and I also do the kitchen and one bathroom. I don't know if I'm going to renovate every single room, but I did the main ones because like it was just overwhelming. It took me so long to try to find like the actual style that I want to go with, because even though it is Barbie, her kin is still living here too. So I didn't want to take everything away, but I did make a lot of stuff pink, of course. So as you can see, I'm kind of working my way through the exterior, like figuring out what types of fixtures I wanted to use, the paint, the color scheme, things like that. So I wind up going back and forth a lot from like pink and white, pink and black, but I eventually settled on pink and white. I had pink doors, but I felt like it was too much pink on pink action, so I just stuck to white. I also made an enclosure to make like a closed off backyard, and as you can see here, I'm just putting some borders down to make the outside pop a little bit. I also put down a spot for grilling and a spot for, you know, just to relax, because this is housewife Barbie, so I feel like she will be more of a socialite. She's gonna want to, you know, make a lot of different friends and you know, just have them over for drinks and stuff like that. And then she does plan on having children in the future, so we have some extra room in the background, well, in the backyard I should say, to put some toys and stuff down. Like we can switch some stuff out. It's a lot of room on the exterior of this mansion. I did spend some time working on her flower arrangement station as well, which I think turned out really cute. I used a lot of deco and things like that to make the outside pop. I really feel like I used more decorations outside than I did in the inside. Well, the kitchen is really decked out, but the room is kind of bare bones, I feel like, in a sense, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. But going back to the seating area, I put a what do you call those? It's like an enclosure over the couch, and I put a grill and some benches. Well, not really benches, but like this seat. I found this really nice CC pack, and then I'll try to have everything linked in the description below. I've had some of this stuff in my game for a while, so I don't remember exactly who made it, but I'm believing it's a collab with Felix Andre, I believe, and Harry. Hey Harry. I must admit, I was a little overwhelmed with this pack because it was so much that came with it that I didn't know exactly what I wanted to use. And then I was kind of running out of space. So I wound up again putting down the grill, and then I found these nice seats with the plants coming out of that, and I thought it was perfect, so I put those down. I thought they were very cute. And then I think I wound up putting a table. Yeah, I put a table, like a little coffee table, in front of the couch, and I kind of left that area as is. Moving on to the flower arranging station, I got this set from Simcredible from the Sims resource, and this is gardening for what? It's gardening foyer or foyer. I think that's the name of it. And I thought this was really nice for, you know, additional decorations for the arranging station. And I think it turned out so cute. Again, all of this is deco. The only thing that really functions is the table, and then of course they can sit down and kind of, you know, relax and things like that. So I spent some time putting down some pots and, you know, some gardening essentials and things like that. I do change the color to like a more darker brown so that it can pop out, but I did really enjoy decorating this area. And sorry for the right hand corner, I forgot to close the notification tab. But as you can see, it's coming along nicely. I wanted to put a lot of greenery outside because of course she is our gardener. So I wanted to make it as blooming as possible, if that makes any sense. I want to put a lot of flowers down is what I was trying to say. So yes, I do really enjoy this. And then on the left hand side, I did put down a nice big table for, you know, guests to sit at, which I thought was really nice. I went back and changed the colors of the, what is the mangalo? I can't remember the name, y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The little enclosure that they can sit at. And I played around with the colors of the planter box. So I think the backyard turned out really nice. I really do enjoy it. The aesthetic is Barbie. I feel like, you know, going off the storyline and like the personality that I set for Barbie, like she's young, but she has like an old soul. So I really do feel like a lot of things will give off that vibe in the household. The kitchen is more modern, which is what I was going for as well as her bedroom. It's very cute, but it's not childlike in a sense. So moving on to the front, I didn't really know what I wanted to do because I feel like I did everything I wanted to do in the back, but it was just this big open space and I really didn't know what to do with that. So I just wound up putting down some more seating. I feel like we might have way too many places for the Sims to sit, and I might wind up deleting all of this later on when we do, you know, play in the household, because, you know, dishes is gonna be everywhere and I can't find this sim, can't find that sim. So I might get rid of it. I don't know. I gotta see how they act with it first. But this bench area came from Peacemaker. Again, I'll try to have the links in the description box down below because I don't remember the exact name, but I do know it was from Peacemaker. And again, I do spend some time putting down some seating and just a lot of foliage and plants and decorations outside as well to make it look lived in, because we do have that very big top balcony and I have no clue what to do with that balcony. Like, it might just stay empty because it's just too much space. So, and I didn't want to do too much without like risking messing up the structure of the building, because I'm not a builder. So I didn't want to mess up the structure and then try to figure out how to fix it and get frustrated. So I just let it be. So yes, this is the front yard. I think it came out very nice, very lush with greenery. I played a lot around with the windows. I didn't know specifically what type of windows I wanted to use, so I did use CC windows for this. I believe they are KKB Maple Construction. I think that's what it's called. I use those, and right now I'm just trying to put down like some little balconies to just give the outside a more, you know, pop, like a finish. And I'm also trying to play with features that I don't normally play with or build with, because again, I'm not really a builder. So yes, so I spent some time going around changing the windows, changing the doors, and they are a little more modern. Like, I was trying to stick to the like Love Struck pack, but you know, with EA, swatches don't match all the time. So I was getting pink and black, and then I was getting pink and white, like the pink and white fence, but the pink and black door, and I just didn't like how it looked. So that was the outside. Moving on to the kitchen. Again, this is another CC set from KKB. Really love these counters, so I went ahead and put those down. I was also having trouble figuring out what color scheme I want to go with. Did I want to go with all pink counters and cabinets, or, you know, white or brown? I couldn't really make my mind up. So I do believe I settled with like a light brown and white cabinet counter combo, and then all of the appliances and accessories are pink. So you do see me go back and forth because I'm like, okay, the pink look good, but I also want the accessories and things like that in pink. So it's gonna be too much pink. And eventually I make my mind up on that. I hate that I didn't brighten up the room as I was doing this, because in this build, the lighting, I just hate it. It's just so dark. For me, I like very bright, vibrant households, mostly because the game is already dark, so I can't really see. So it's kind of hard. And I think that's why I was being indecisive too, because child, it wasn't no light. I couldn't see. But yeah, again, I really like this set. It's very fun. And I wanted to give her a really big kitchen because, again, she's our housewife Barbie. So she's going to be doing the home making and things like that. And I do want her to make a lot of stuff from scratch. So I did wind up putting down a blender for her to use. And I might put down more electronics and things of that nature for her to use, you know, as we play through her gen. I really do like how the kitchen turned out, though. It did take me a while because I'm like, I don't know. I was being very indecisive when I was doing this Reno, and I was starting to get frustrated. I had to like take a break because it was a lot of space, and I like building in very like small, quaint buildings because they're just easier and they're quicker. So this was a challenge. It was a good challenge and it was fun, but yeah, the big houses, they ain't for me. I am really excited to see Barbie like cook and the kids grow up, you know, and spend time in the kitchen. I feel like this might be a space that they frequent to quite often. I feel like most households like to hang out either in the living room or the kitchen. So I think this would be a perfect spot for the kids to do homework and things like that. Or they might just frequent to do their homework, because I do wind up putting a small table down in the corner, and that's a nice place for them to sit and do homework or just, you know, spend time and talk to each other, things of that nature. I finally put some lights down so we can see. I went back and forth as to what lights I wanted to use because, again, some are very like dim, some are very yellow, and I like very bright fluorescent.
You stupid.
Fluorescent, there we go, the word, lights. So I went with the ones that you see here. I know that we can change the intensity and things like that, but sometimes I just don't have time. So I just put down some bright lights because I needed to see. Now you see me putting down like my custom food mods and trying to figure out where I wanted to place the refrigerator and the coffee maker, because this is a very big coffee maker and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So I was trying to figure out where I wanted it to go. And then I put some cabinets and some more space on the other side of the wall because we had that extra space. So I wound up putting a lot of deco, like very cute decorations on the, I think it's the left-hand side of the kitchen. And on this side, I did put like some very big, long storage cabinets on each side. And then I wound up putting a mirror behind the wall because I thought it would be very nice, like a very good touch. And now I think I'm playing around with the flooring, which I always am so indecisive when it comes to flooring, because I feel like the floors and the walls should be accent to whatever color you have going on with your cabinets and things like that. So, and with me loving pink and just wanting to just overwhelm myself and you all with pink, I was like, okay, gotta slow down. It took me some time to figure out what wallpaper and what flooring I wanted to use, but I think I did pretty good. I do eventually settle for this pink and white paneling for the walls. So like the top, I believe the bottom is pink and the top is white. So I thought that was really cute. I had like several different varieties in my game, like versions, and I choose, I think, the third one. So from that, I decided to do more of a subtle flooring, and I do end up with wood. So I think it's very soft brown wood flooring, and I kind of just left it at that because I didn't want to do too much and I didn't want to take away from like the pink appliances. So that just made sense to me. So yeah, I went with more of a subtle flooring, like a tile flooring. And I think it's wooden. It could be like wood. No, it can't. No, it was tile. Wooden tile. Please. So here is where I started to pull out all of my deco. I found some very cute deco from Snooty Sims. I think it's called Sweet and Stylish. And then another one was called Pink, like pink furniture or pink decor or something of that nature. But you see me put down so much of it. I wind up deleting not most, but some of it later on after I finished recording this video. But I thought the cute little pan with the bow was so cute, and some mittens, some oven mittens. Even though we don't have an oven, I need to put one in, but I thought that was cute. And I just put down a lot of different bowls and cups and just different clutter items that I thought were very cute that matched the aesthetic of the kitchen. This was actually my favorite part. There's some heart-shaped plates, there's some bow-shaped pots and pans, things of that nature. So I just had so much fun putting it down. I didn't know exactly where I wanted to put each item. And then, of course, have to be mindful of where I put everything because the Sims still need to use the counter space. So yeah, I had to be very careful with that. I really like that knife block that's shaped like a heart. Very cute. And the flower bowls. And as you can see, there's some plates that's shaped as a heart. And then we have some baking appliances. And I go back and forth of what different pots and pans I want to sit on the stove. Very cute. I think I wind up doing like a heart pot, and then I kept the little saute pot with the bowl on the stove. I did put down a few baking like supplies because I do want her to max out her baking skill. Like, I know from the rules we just need to do cooking, but why not baking as well? So I did put her a little mixer down, which I thought was very cute. Here you see me searching for those mirrors that I was talking about earlier. I thought it would be nice for like a backsplash, so I did it on both sides, and I thought it came out really nice. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on the right. I don't know yet. It looks good, but I don't know if I need it. Maybe it's a little too much, but I do wind up putting it down. I thought it was a nice touch, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. I do finalize the kitchen by just putting a small table down with 2 chairs. I went back and forth whether I wanted the long chair, the open chair, because not chair, but the table, because it's like a folding table. So I wind up doing a very small square one, and it's like the left and right sides of the table is folded in, and I put some chairs down so that there could be additional seating for the kitchen. Moving on to the bedroom. Now, I did struggle with this as well because, again, trying to figure out the style that I wanted to go with. When Barbie was living in the apartment, it was more girly pop, in my opinion, and it's still kind of girly pop, but I feel like with a little bit of maturity. So like her room, her bed was girly pop, and then her seating area was more of a classic cottagey vibe, like old, I don't want to say old lady, but older woman vibe. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Like, not elderly, but like somewhere in between. Like, it's still cute, it's still girly, but a hint of maturity and wisdom in it, if that makes any sense at all. So I do wind up going with this bed in this, what is this, plaid? And I think she had this bedspread in the apartment, if I'm not mistaken, at some point. This set is from Joyce. It's like a simple living, and then they also have like a summer garden pack, and I think I just spent time mixing in both CC packs to get the desired look that I want, because Barbie, I don't know, but she gives me cottagey vibes. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just want her to be on a farm in a little cottage. I don't know. But of course, her room is pink. It's like pink, white, very soft colors. And I went back and forth on what beds I wanted to use. I wanted to use patterns, but I felt like it was giving me old lady vibes. And it wasn't, I couldn't find that in between, if that makes any sense. And then I was having the same issue with the curtains, because a lot of the curtains were like very old to me, like something my grandmother would have in her room. So I did wind up settling for the blinds, which I thought were a very good mix because you see me going back and forth with the rose patterns. I felt like it was just too much. So I wind up going with the blinds, yeah. So I did give her a little computer stand because Ken is in the tech guru career and he has to like play a lot of games and things like that. So I gave her a basic computer. I didn't give her anything high tech. I feel like Barbie wouldn't have anything high tech. And as I was doing the renovation, I just kind of felt like Ken gave Barbie the credit card and was like, go, crazy and decorate it how you want to decorate it. And I think she took that to, her advantage. So a lot of this stuff is a mixture of modern, but also cozy, comfy with a hint of oldness to it. So I did have fun doing this room, but again, it was kind of a challenge because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to use to reflect the idea of her personality in my mind. Like this mirror, as you can see, is very grand to me, but it also gives like cottagecore vibes. And I do spend time putting a lot of paintings down with a lot of flowers and things like that because she's obsessed with flowers and, gardening. So I tried to add flowers everywhere I could when I remembered, in some seating areas, some nice cozy blankets and pillows and a basket. I just tried to make it as cozy as possible. I also tried to reflect that in the flooring and in the wallpaper. I did a soft, no, it was more of a dark because her tones in the room were more of pastel color. So I did go with like this glossy wooden finish. Now this is wood, not tile. And then I just did paneling wallpaper. So pink at the top and then the paneling was white at the bottom. So I did wind up doing that. And I think it turned out very cozy. I do wind up finding a nice white door that I felt fit the aesthetic very nicely. And then I finish up with some nice paintings of some flowers on the wall. And then I do eventually go back and change the windows. Moving on to the bathroom. I did this bathroom like 7 times and I still couldn't figure out what exactly style I wanted to do. I was thinking industrial, but I was like, no, we living in a mansion. Then I thought luxury, and then I also thought Barbie is more of a laid back sim and Ken is more of a techie person. So I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do for the bathroom, but I eventually settled on this and I thought it was really cute. I did change the sink. And I gave them like a Jack and Jill sink, and I do wind up putting it on the opposite side because I was like, okay, the sink is nice, but I do want to give them 2 just, for luxury's sake. But I really do like this tub, and I think this is from Prairie Sim, not Oak House. Again, I will try to have them linked in the description below, but I tried to put in a shower for some reason, and then I was like, no, that doesn't work. And you see me struggle through this whole entire like bathroom process, and I've never really struggled doing a bathroom because it's a bathroom and I look at it like, hey, you take a shower, you do your business, and it is what it is. But some people, the bathroom is like a very like cozy time, I guess. For some people, I just like to go in, handle my business, and do whatever I gotta do and be done. But it still needs some form of comfort. So yeah, I do wind up putting those sinks in, and then I do change them because I didn't like the toilet being right in front of the window. It didn't make sense at all. So yeah, I feel like the turnout was very nice. Also, the bathroom is very small too, so I didn't have a lot of space to work with. And again, I didn't want to play around with the structure too much because I didn't want to lose it and then try to figure out how to put it back and all of that, because I was gonna mess it up and get even more frustrated. So I just worked with the space that I had. So yes, that is the bathroom. I can't believe I talked for 26 minutes in a speed through. I usually let it play, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it here. As far as my voiceover, I will add screenshots at the end, so stick around for those. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the build. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And this is where I'm going to leave it here today, my lovelies. And as I always say, thank you so much for watching, supporting. Always remember to save your game. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come back because you know I love it when you do. And until the next one.